Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of your Pueblo County Sports Experience. Again, I'm Caleb McClure.
And I'm Devin Meyer.
And we're here with Andy.
How's it going, guys?
It's going good. Tough week last week, but a better week this week. And so we're going to give everyone, as we normally do, we're going to give everyone a recap of what went on this week and what you guys have to look forward to. So, shall we?
Yeah, what are we starting with?
Well, so the football team had a bye week this week, so no game from them this week. But that was in preparation for our homecoming game this Friday, which is against the Canyon City Tigers. So this will be an interesting game, not only because it's a big game, it's homecoming game, but it's also our first league game for the season. So far, the football team's played no league games. We are 0-0, so we get to start from square one here. So like I was saying, I wish we could say that this was a shoo-in this week against Canyon City, but I mean, we're looking at stats here, and I'm having trouble saying something like that. So the entire team of Canyon City, their team is averaging 286 rushing yards per game, while County's at 157 rushing yards per game. They're averaging 83 passing yards per game, while we are averaging 130. So we have that very slight advantage over them.
They're averaging more rushing yards per game than we are total yards, or pretty close to it, about 0.1.
Yeah,
less.
yeah. So they're averaging a lot more yards in their games. The only common team that we've played this year has been Harrison. They played Harrison. We played Harrison. No disrespect to Harrison whatsoever, but that's not a comparison for anybody out there who's listening. If you don't know, Harrison is kind of a shoo-in for everybody. Anyways, so
has Harrison won a match this year yet?
I'm not sure. So anyways,
0-5.
0-5.
0-5 is kind of crazy.
That is tough.
Centennial.
Good luck, Harrison.
Centennial canceled their season because of how bad they are.
What?
It's the Bell game is going to be Central versus Centennial's JV and freshman team.
Why?
Because there's all the Centennial varsity players have quit, and they're so bad. Andy, can you pull up their record?
All right, Devin, let's pull up.
So you're saying so what Devin's saying right now is that because Centennial went 0-5, wow, look at these scores. Wow, look at these scores.
Why are they playing these schools?
Denver North,
Palmer, Widefield, Cheyenne Mountain, and Disco.
So obviously for the people that are listening, Devin just made a statement that the Pueblo Centennial team's varsity players have pretty much all quit. And I kind of, Devin, I didn't believe you until we looked at these scores.
And they haven't played a game since the 21st of September.
Right.
And
so
it's October 4th today.
So they haven't played one in over 2 weeks now. They haven't played a game. This Discovery Canyon 53-7 against Centennial.
Oh my God. They have 15 points scored to 256 points scored against them.
Yeah. So I guess I believe it.
That is
That's crazy.
The Bell game is supposed to be their last game of the season. They're not even going to finish the season out.
They didn't even play a league game, and they're just not going to try.
That is wild.
Wow.
Well, good luck, Centennial, in the Bell game. Bell rings red.
Bell rings red. Woo!
When's the last time the bell rang red?
The last time the bell rang red was in 2018. So it's been a couple years.
Bell rings red. Good luck, guys.
Well, it's just like,
They beat us as well in 2018.
Yeah, so they missed out a pretty good team in 2018.
Wow.
But it has been a while since 2018.
Wild.
Wow.
And they lost to Harrison.
That's crazy.
Harrison had to have been
How the tables have turned.
How the tables have turned.
Anyways, probably back onto county side of things.
So the game is on the 6th, and I really hope we win.
I think we will.
So good job, football boys. Keep running that ball towards the end zone. as we move on to Pueblo County, the Pueblo County soccer team. So this week in soccer, we have 1 win, 1 loss. The loss was to Fountain Fort Carson. We lost 1-0 in a non-league game. And last night we played Pueblo Central in a league game, and we went ahead and took that W over Central. Central having a 2-8-2 record on the season, so maybe a rough season for Central. So that's okay. That brings our league standing to 4-2-1, and that puts us in the 4th position in terms of the 4A, 3A South Central Soccer League.
That is tough.
Yeah, that's a little
Yeah.
tough.
Losing to South was probably the biggest one. And then, of
West.
course, the 3 goals against.
Probably losing to West.
Losing to
Probably the
West.
biggest
Well, yeah,
one.
but if
West
we,
has
if
not
we
tied
beat
this
South,
year.
though.
Shout out West, not tying this year. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hate that.
no tie. Obviously, I mean, I say obviously, but unfortunately, West is leading this league 5-2. But we've got a couple more games to go, which the couple more games are going to be there's one against Centennial for sure, I know. That's in a while though. So the next game will be that'll be
Alamosa.
tomorrow, this Thursday,
This is
October 5th.
This is a tough week for the boys soccer team.
3 games.
3 games in 1 week.
Yeah.
Back-to-back games to yesterday and Monday, and a game this Thursday.
Soccer players play hard too, dude. Like, I mean,
That's tough.
those guys are pretty beat down after a game, and to have 3 in a week, I mean, you could literally by your 3rd game you could be down like an entire team, like an entire squad, just
Absolutely,
because of
and
how hard they're playing.
We basically already are. I mean, with injuries to key players like Santino Torre and Nick Alba, I mean, we've been struggling.
Yeah. So
I thought Nick Albo got cleared.
He still hurts, but
He-
he's
yeah.
cleared.
Okay.
he's cleared,
So he's
but
not playing
but he's just
100%.
still in pain, so he's
Yeah.
he's not playing
yeah.
at the best he can.
Shout out Nick Albo
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, shout out Nick Albo.
Shout out Nick
for,
Alba.
for playing through it.
So fortunately though, we did win our league game this week. The other 2 are non-league games, and so the next one will be October 5th in Alamosa, which is another non-league game. And then our next league games will pick up next Tuesday, October the 10th. That'll be against East. So you have to watch out for that game. That will be at East though. Good job, County Boys, on the league win this week. Keep on kicking that ball into the net. Tennis, this doesn't really matter. We can just skip this. In terms of, no, I was just kidding. Andy, well, I mean,
Give us your tennis breakdown for the week.
Alrighty. So we had Fountain Valley on the 26th. I unfortunately could not make it to that game as I had a migraine, but we ended up taking the dub as a team 5-2. And then just recently on Monday, we played Vanguard as a team, and I think that might have been the weirdest day of tennis that anyone has ever seen, as there was probably like 30 or 40 mile per hour winds and rain. So only me and Ian Alcala, our one singles player, were able to finish our matches, and I got the win, and Ian Alcala got the loss. So end of the day, 1-1, because everyone else's matches got canceled because of the rain. And now we just look forward to regionals, which is this weekend.
Yeah, regionals coming up this weekend. That will be played. If anyone's interested in watching that, that'll be this weekend, the 6th and the 7th, at the Pueblo City Park. So if anyone really cares about tennis, I don't know if anyone. Anyways,
Show up and
so
support
good,
Andy.
good job, tennis boys. Keep on hitting that ball with that racket. As we move on to the Pueblo County High School softball team, a quick win over the Colts this week as the County Hornets win 22-0. Colts, you'll get us next year. Good luck, guys. So, I mean, we looked at stats. It just seemed like everyone is just kind of dominating on the county side. We had Olivia Nesbitt pitch all very intense 3 innings that this game was played.
Only giving up 3 hits.
And only
one
gave up
hit
3
per
hits.
inning. That's crazy.
So, Olivia, good job
3
pitching
Ks.
that game. And so, yeah, good stuff. We also had a win over East, which ended up being 11-0. And then we have to talk about it because it's part of the game, but we did take a loss since the last podcast, and that was against Discovery Canyon. 8-6, though, a very close game. But unfortunately, we were not able to come out with the win, which is okay. We've taken a lot more wins than we have losses this season, so you always have to be okay with that. We are 7-2 in terms of league standings and 18-4 overall. We are second in the league as West leads. I mean,
Did we beat West?
we lost to West once and beat them once, I think.
Yeah, lost once, beat once.
Yeah.
So all it takes right now is for them to lose one and us to win one in league. And then we're leading. I think most interestingly to me on the league page is the runs against. I mean, we're leading the league in runs against by a decent margin. Second place
Right.
being West with 42. We've only given up 30 runs allowed this year. Big shout out to our pitchers, Olivia Nesbitt and her staff, her crew.
Her crew. If you look at even overall, I mean, there's an even bigger difference there. We have 79 runs against, and they have 112 runs scored on them. So an even bigger difference there. So, East,
No way.
East, 16 loss streak here.
Oh my gosh.
They're 0-9.
They
in
started
terms
out the
of league.
season 3-1.
So good job, softball girls. Keep hitting that ball with the bat. As we move on to the Pueblo County volleyball team, which went ahead and took a W against Pueblo Central this week. Last night, actually, October 3rd. Sweeping Pueblo Central 3-0. If we look, the sets were not very close. First one was 25-13, second one was 25-7, and the third one went 25-16. So not exactly a close game there. We don't have any stats, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's a sweep. Good sweep under the belt. Another game that we had was against Pueblo South on the 28th, September 28th, and that one was also a sweep. Score was not close there either. 25-11, 25-7, and 25-12, all in County's favor. We do have stats here. It looks like we had Emily Kreitz with 4 kills.
Baker, 7 aces.
7 aces from Aubrey Baker, 7 from Farnworth as well, 5 from Kyla. In terms of blocking, we had Kreitz lead us in blocks. We actually had 4 players lead us in blocks, all with just 1 block. 9 digs from Bianca Tapia, 8 from Farnworth, 5 from Ruzic. Guzman also with 5. So, I mean, overall, just a good game. And that brings us to an interesting part of the podcast as we don't have much time left, but we're looking at Player of the Week this week. What are your guys' picks?
So, tough week.
Good.
Just because we don't have a lot of stats.
It's got to be Nesbitt.
Yeah, it's
Has
got
to
to be
be.
Nesbitt. I think it's unanimous.
Has to be.
Yeah, I
Is
agree.
this the
Nesbitt.
first unanimous one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I would
mean,
say Nesbitt
3
just
innings
because
pitched, 3 hits allowed. I mean, just great stuff. I mean, way to shut down a team that was, easy to shut down.
right.
Yeah,
Way to
you
do
did
what
your
way
job,
Yeah,
like-
way to do what you got to do.
And she's of course, the softball team just in general has done really good, but she has kind of been the backbone of the team.
Right, that's
So I
something
think it's
important to
kind
note is that this team has been kind of underrated this season. We
Yeah,
haven't talked a lot about
extremely.
them, but the softball team has clearly been dominating. We're second in the league.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, absolutely. I think Nesbitt takes it.
All right, congratulations, Olivia Nesbitt.
Congratulations.
First unanimous Player of the Week.
Do you guys have anything else to add this week?
I think
No?
we're good. Alrighty.
All right.
We are now here with Liam Andrews, a prominent fan of Pueblo County sports. Liam, how are you?
Aren't you on the
pretty
golf
good.
team?
I am on the golf team as well.
Oh,
yes.
the golf isn't a real sport. We talk about this.
I play
It's-
lacrosse as well, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
also not a
lacrosse.
real sport. so.
And you have to play for West, so like.
So how does it feel to play for the rival team?
You know, it's definitely different. It's weird to wear, light blue and white instead of green and gold. I enjoy it though. Lacrosse is probably one of the funnest sports I've ever played. So
How did you get into lacrosse? Because I know you haven't, like a lot of kids have been playing it their whole life, but you haven't.
So I played baseball for a long time, but I hurt my shoulder and I basically can't throw anymore. And then,
Keep going.
You got this.
I hurt my shoulder, and then basically a couple of my friends were playing on the team, and they were just like, "Yeah, come try it out, yada yada yada." And then I tried it, and I love it. I play on a club team in the fall and everything, so it's a great time, definitely.
And then, like Andy said, you play golf too.
Yeah,
How's that going this year?
I play golf because I don't know why I play golf, to be honest. I don't enjoy golf, but
I know we had a couple kids make it to state, right?
yeah, Nico Cazzetto and Roy Higginbotham, they were our two that made it to state.
Both made it to state, and is that this weekend that they play?
No, they actually played Monday and Tuesday.
Oh,
And
so they're
yeah.
already finished.
Yeah.
How'd they do?
I have no clue, to be honest. Roy said he didn't do good. I'm guessing Nico did better just because like his handicap's a little better. But
Can you
know
explain
much.
to our non-golf fans what that means?
the handicap. So a handicap is basically, it's like what you average when you go play. So if you were to shoot, if the par is 72, if you were to shoot 74, your handicap would be a 2, and then you just like get an average every time you go out and play.
What is your handicap, Liam?
About 48. No, I'm joking. It's
I was gonna say, that's crazy, dude.
no, it's probably about a 10. About a 10.
10?
It's not terrible, but
All right.
if I took more time at golf, I'd be better. But I don't like golf.
So you're definitely more into lacrosse. That's where you're at.
completely.
And like I said, Liam is a prominent fan here of all the sports that go on in Pueblo County. So Liam, you've been to all the games this year?
Correct. I have been to all the games except one volleyball game at West for some undisclosed reason. But
Oh, yes. So for the undisclosed reason, he's missed one game, but other than that, you've been at all the games.
correct. Yes.
What do you think about the fall sports this year?
they're pretty good. Soccer's doing pretty good. They have a couple injuries though. They do have a couple injuries, so
Right.
they've been struggling a little bit more. But good football. I think we're not living up to our full potential. I think we could definitely be playing better than we are, especially like in games against Central. But West was an obvious loss in my opinion. But
Right, and we talk about those games like fortunately they don't count towards like our
yes,
league
exactly.
record.
So
So the only ones that matter at this point are the next 4 games for us. Those are all league games.
Yep.
So like this weekend we have Canyon City.
yep, I think that'll be a good game. I don't know if it's
It's going to be a close game.
Yeah.
So far, like every time we've looked at what the schools average in games, their scores, and then seen the score, it's been pretty close to what they average. I think we average 27 points a game, and they average 29.
wow.
So it's really close. The only team that we've shared in common has been Harrison,
And we
and
destroyed them.
Harrison's Harrison. Like
Yeah.
you can't really base a team's performance off of a game against Harrison,
Mhm.
which
Yeah,
is mean to
exactly.
say, but it is what it is. So we don't know how the game's gonna go.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game though. I'm sort of glad it was the homecoming game because I'm glad we're just not going to be blowing out a team. It'll actually
Right.
be a
And we're not going to get blown out.
Yeah,
ourselves.
exactly.
Yeah, it'll be a
exactly.
close game.
Exactly,
So it'll be a fun
exactly.
game to be at.
for sure.
For anyone who's listening, we are going to be streaming that game live on Sting TV in case you're not able to go and catch it in person. So that'll be October the 6th, this Friday, the homecoming game. So, and they're also naming homecoming queen.
Correct.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Who got the most votes or the most likes for
Who won that? Yeah.
Roberto Castillo. They announced it this morning on announcements. I
Yeah.
just got it.
You've been to all the soccer games too?
Not all the soccer games. I've probably been to 5 or 6 of them. It was just hard, especially with golf, because we had practice every day. And then because our volleyball team, I think, is better than our soccer team, I'd sort of, if there's a volleyball game or a soccer game, I'd be going to the volleyball game.
It seems that way. It seems like most of the time the volleyball team gets a bigger student section
Yeah,
than any of the
yeah.
soccer games.
I
I've
also
been
don't
to.
think, people like know or understand the rules of soccer that much. Not that people
Right.
understand the rules of volleyball either, but
Right. It seems like maybe soccer is maybe a little bit harder to understand all
Yeah.
the
yeah,
things that are
definitely,
going on.
definitely. We beat Central last night 3-0.
What was that like as a fan?
It
Yeah.
was good. I like when the games are closer because it's not like you're definitely more involved. Like there were sort of blowouts to a degree. Like one of the sets they didn't even get to double digits, so it was just like
Yeah, it was 7:25.
yeah, we were just like standing there. But it's good to just be, alive in the student section and start the chants and things like that. But
What was the best chant you guys had last night?
I don't really know. I think they're all good. There's a net there, it's pretty good.
I love fundamentals. That's my
Fundamentals
favorite
pretty
one.
good. I like when they call a timeout and we say they need water. I think that's a good chant.
That's a good one too.
But yeah.
Is that what you're doing this year as a senior? Are you in there starting chants and
Yeah,
making sure
exactly.
everyone else is rowdy?
I'm like quote unquote the head rowdy or whatever, me and Tony Macaluso, quote unquote. But
I see. So, are there any other sports this year that you're looking forward to as a spectator?
definitely basketball. Basketball is probably one of my favorite sports to watch from whether it goes to the Nuggets to Pueblo County or whatever. And baseball will be good. I got a couple friends on the team, and I think it'll be just a good year for them with the amount of seniors we have and things like that. I think we have a lot of great potential there, so it'll definitely be good. Looking forward to that.
Who's your breakout pick for the year for like an athlete you think that is going to break out this year and take a step up from
In
last
what-
year's
in what
performance?
sport? What
Any
sport?
sport.
Any sport.
Any sport.
I think for basketball, I think Lowry Kirkland. I think he's going to get a little bit more playing time this year because we're losing some of those key seniors in Braxton Vale, Dax, and Nico. So
Especially Nico.
especially
Because if you
Nico.
look at Lowry, you're looking at like a 3-point shooter,
yeah,
and
same
that's
same
kind of
build.
that's
same,
where Nico
same
was.
archetype exactly.
Yeah.
So I think he'll definitely be. If he's not starting, he'll definitely be a sixth man, and he'll get that good playing time. He'll be that spot up shooter. So I'm looking forward to watching him.
So yeah, I agree. I think that Lowry will most likely have a good year, especially more playing time than he did
Exactly,
last year.
definitely more playing time.
Losing all those seniors. I think overall the basketball team is looking it's looking a lot different from last year.
Absolutely. I hate to say this, but it's probably going to be a tough year. It's going to be a transition year, and probably not going to see a whole lot of success losing two big coaches and Coach Eads and Coach Nooch.
And Coach Gavin.
And Coach Gav. Yeah, you're losing everybody. I mean, that's tough to lose like your entire coaching staff, excluding freshman coach. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah.
But and losing some big seniors like Nico and Braxton and Dax. I mean, and those are dudes that have been playing since they're like sophomore year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with Braxton because, definitely a force on the defensive end, getting rebounds. He had over 10 rebounds every single game. So I don't know if there will be that guy that we have
who's
this
our
year.
big guy this year? Do we have a big
I think
this year?
it might be
Dom.
Dom,
Dom's
basically.
gonna be our
But
biggest
Dom
dude.
played 3 last year.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Who's
also
gonna be our
heard that
big?
maybe
Barrett
Barrett,
Orringdolf.
however you say his name.
You- I think we can look at I don't know how comparable this would seem if this seems dumb, but like the volleyball team also lost their coaching staff this year and lost a lot of seniors this last year.
Definitely. They lost 2,
And they're-
Jenna Sharp and Raquel Tapia. So.
Right, and then obviously it's a new coach this year, but they've done pretty well this year in what seemed to be a transition year as well. I think what's helped for them is some of those show out players like we talked about, like Lowry. We need a couple of those to come up and step up.
Yep.
People like we've been talking about it on the podcast a couple of weeks now, but like Olivia Corsentino was not even played a lot last year.
No, she
and
wasn't.
this year she's playing every
single-
game,
yeah.
every set, and she's doing fantastic in the position
exactly,
she's in.
Exactly.
So we need a couple players like that definitely for basketball, because if we look at the team we had last year without our seniors, yeah, they're probably going to struggle against these coaches.
Yeah, Nico had a large amount of our points, so did Braxton, and Dax was there as well. But I think also we have a very young team. Last year we had a lot of freshmen go out, and this year they'll be sophomores, so there's potential in them to see them maybe get some minutes on varsity, see how they do with that. So it'll be exciting to watch, but maybe not the best outcome in the long run.
Yeah, so good luck to the basketball team. Hopefully they can figure out this transition year.
And for all of our listeners, we will be covering that on the Pueblo County Sports Experience once the season rolls around. That's the Pueblo County Sports Experience, found anywhere you can listen to podcasts, just so you know. In terms of baseball, I think we're going to be up there this year.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we have a good baseball team. this year.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Tons of seniors.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I mean, how many seniors do we have?
I mean, you're Parker, Roy. You're looking at
Colin.
Colin. You're looking at Donovan. Is he playing? Donovan. You're looking at
You didn't know Donovan
Yeah,
was. It was Walsh. Donnie Walsh.
Donovan Walsh.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking for
Um,
a second.
I don't know.
I mean, more
Luke
than
Rohr.
half.
Luke Rohr.
More
Luke
than,
Rohr.
More than half the team is going to be seniors.
I mean, it's going to be a ton of
Yeah.
seniors.
We are losing Braxton, who was definitely our number one pitcher last year, but still.
we got. I
yeah,
think
we still
Roy's
have
gonna,
Roy and
We have
Colin
Cohen
and-
Glenn.
Cohen Glenn,
Cohen Glenn.
great
I mean,
junior.
there are going
Yeah.
to be some big dudes to step in. I think we have the guys that can fill the holes that are being
Absolutely.
Easily.
I think this
left. We have
team.
Luke Rohr to fill in Colton Simpson's hole. We have Roy to fill in
Braxton.
Braxton. I mean, and who's at third this year instead of Dax? I'm kind of thinking.
Probably Colin.
Probably
You could get Colin at
yeah.
first, Colin at
Is,
third, Cohen at
is
first.
what about Daniels? Is he any
Caleb?
good at
Caleb
third?
might be shortstop.
Yeah, he might be playing
Well,
short.
that's Parker though. Parker's at short.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
So
then-
Caleb might be playing second.
Second or shortstop, but they
Yeah.
can switch around. I mean,
Right.
with Parker's arm strength, it might be more valuable to have Caleb at short.
Yeah.
Right. I see. Yeah. We have a lot of really good players this year.
Yeah, it'll be good to watch.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good baseball year. I'm excited for that.
Excited. I certainly know that Coach Eats is ready for this season.
Yeah.
He told me he didn't get a wink of sleep the first month after losing in the what's called the semifinals of state.
Yeah, they're excited to get back in there and get back to state, and I believe in them.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So good job, baseball boys. We're excited to see you hit the ball with the bat.
So lacrosse season is in the spring. You know, if anyone is interested in playing lacrosse, starts in about February. Come out. We
You
need
do have to
players.
play for West though, which is
We
the
do have
rival
to play for
school.
West. That is the one big downside to it.
How come County doesn't have a team?
It's
What's the
kind of
deal with
it's just the amount of people. It's the same thing, same reason that we have the hockey team.
Exactly. There's not enough like
Oh.
demand for it.
So it's
Basically,
just one team for the whole city.
yeah, especially in Pueblo. Like out of let's say there's 6,000 students that go to like Pueblo and surrounding schools.
You
Cut it in
can
half.
only make one team. with-
3,000 are boys, and we had 50 kids go out last year. 40 kids go out last year.
Really?
So very, very small number. You
How
know?
many people make the team each year? For
Last year,
lacrosse?
everybody made it because we needed the we
Fair.
needed the numbers. But and then,
Is
but,
one team that big, or you have three different?
so
teams?
yeah.
How many people play at one time? I don't know this about.
All right. So you have 10 on each side. You have 9 players and then a goalie. You got 3 attack, 3 middies, and then 3 on defense. And then there's other positions: short stick, defensive midi, LSM, things like that. But yeah, it's definitely it's a fun sport to watch, even if you don't like know the rules of it. It's just it's basically like hockey on a field. So
It's
if
like
you enjoy,
fast paced.
Yeah,
Like high
fast
action.
paced,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hockey and soccer had a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Pretty
there's
much.
lacrosse.
Pretty much.
Okay. How would you rate like the lacrosse team last year? Like, were they decent or?
I think we were pretty good. Like statistically, it was one of the best. It was the best season we ever had. Like, based off of our record, we were saying this. We were still negative. We were 7-8, but that was the best season we ever had. We have a lot of good up and coming kids. A couple good juniors that go here. Justin Morello, Brian Mayer. I'm the only senior that plays here, but it'll be a fun year, definitely. I'm looking forward to it again. Most of our games are out of town and stuff, a lot of traveling, late nights on the buses, things like that, but it's definitely a good and fun experience. Good team aspect, things like that.
As a senior, is there anything like you're looking forward to this year?
Probably just being a captain and things like that. I didn't really hold that role last year, but this year maybe, probably. We'll probably have Braden Wilson. He's a junior, but he's easily probably one of our best players. He plays attack and like midi. So hopefully, yeah, I'll pull out as a captain role, things like that. Just, being one of the older kids, leading the team, things like that. But I'm looking forward to it, definitely.
What about other than sports? Like, is there anything you're looking forward to, like this county year?
Yeah, just having fun. It's my senior year. It's, I'm going to go to college next year. Probably won't see all these people as much as I see them now. So just spending time with people, having fun, not worrying about the little stuff. Just, trying to have as much fun as you can while I'm here, Yeah, we're almost through the first quarter already, and
I know that's insane.
it's going
Quarter ends next week.
so quick.
Yeah, a quarter away through the last year.
Yeah,
That's insane.
It's crazy.
I know.
We talked about Powder Puff.
I do not want to go to
Seniors are gonna win. They're scripted to win every year.
They're
seniors,
scripted.
but
They are. It's true.
Whatever.
It's scripted in the books.
I miss Corbin Spear with the Xbox headset
Yeah.
on. Dude, on the
Yeah, no. They seniors are scripted to win, so they'll win.
But
That's
what
just the
about
end.
halftime show? I don't think that's scripted.
Juniors always win that, I think.
Do you think so?
More limber.
They
Young.
get
We
too
were-
old and
We were more
Get too
liberal last
old.
year, yeah.
I guess we call it.
Okay.
Liam, thanks for coming on.
Thanks
Of
for
course.
being on here.
Anytime.
Good
Appreciate
talking.
you.
Anytime.
Good luck on being a fan this year.
Good luck
Appreciate it.
on the sport of spectating. And
Thank
thank you to everyone who tuned in to today's episode. We thank you. Have a great day.